Where are we today, Phil?
Resolution Fort. Resolution Fort.
Tell me about it, please.
This was the northeastern corner defence for Plymouth. The inner fort. This is one of the inner forts. The first line of the second line of defence. But once the first line fell, this was pretty useless. The inner line was built throughout the Civil War, starting early days 1642. But if you read the accounts of Plymouth, they're always spending money reinforcing these walls and gates. These gates and walls went right along Ebrington Street, enclosing the friary, the White Friars. That's the old monastery that was in decay by this time of the year. By this time, this fort, if you went down, follow this road down, you come to Charles Cross Police Station, Gaskin Street, and then you go down towards Northgate, which is where near Marks and Spencer's, where that is now. And they went back down and around towards the Barbican.
There were fortifications, each of those places.
Each were fortifications and gates.
They'd be stone.
Stone, earth reinforced with stone and wooden palisades.
But the further we go out of Plymouth, instead of stone, we've got earth.
Earthworks. Because stone cannot stand up to artillery as well as earthworks.
Correct.
Earthworks can soak up cannonballs, but stoneworks would just be shattered.
So standing where we are today, are you inside the line? Am I outside the line? Or where are we?
It's not easy to say which way, but the trench actually runs in Beaumont Park, so we're just, I would say we're outside.
We're outside the line.
Just outside. This is the corner.
Yeah.
This is one of the corners. On top of there would be a gun, cannons. There were cannon platforms. A lot of these were just the last line of defence, if you like, just in case. There was a story that the Royalists at the Battle of Freedom Fields, some of them rode down here, cavalry rode down as far as Resolution Fort, but were wiped out by the soldiers here.
So
they got in behind.
not gone well for us
Yes.
in the Sabbath Day fight, and the Royalists got to where I am now, it would be a pretty bad thing.
We'd be in a bad situation, yeah, because
that would be all that we had.
yeah, because they would have captured after the Sabbath Day fight. They would have no doubt captured the Lipsome Fort. Once that went, they could just roll up all the other earthworks one by one, and then they dominate the high ground above Plymouth, and they turn those guns on us.
They would turn our own guns
against us and bring over what they've got. So, and some of these guns were huge Sakers and demi-cannon, firing 24-pound cannonballs, and that can cause a lot of destruction. I've tried to lift one of those balls. So.
Let's see if we can find this interesting feature.
Okay, Steve.
What did this road feature in the Civil War?
This was just a road. Ebrington Street was just a road.
Yeah.
Really, yeah, it wasn't much, just an earth road. Now you're looking to your right, you would look to Maidenhead Fort.
Where would that be, Phil?
It's where the train station, or the train track used to be down that way. There's a bridge now that's gone right through, through everything.
Bridge,
dug it all out.
Under the bridge, which is still there, is the fort.
Nope.
What's the fort?
Nope, it's all gone because they've dug this channel out for the railway. When they dug that out, they destroyed everything that was there.
That's where it would have been, though.
Would have been halfway along that bridge.
Maidenhead Fort.
Maidenhead Fort.
And that's just down that road there, isn't it?
Yeah, where these cars are coming up.
Right. And what do we have along Beaumont Road?
Nothing.
Nothing.
And
And what
fields.
about looking up the hill here?
That would lead you towards the Magdalen Fort on your left. If you go up the very top, Magdalen Fort, which is the girls' school, Plymouth Girls' School, High School for Girls,
Plymouth
and on
High
your
School for
right,
Girls?
yeah, that's the Magdalen Fort.
So just a moment, Phil. Are we saying that Plymouth High School for Girls today is built on the site of a Civil War fortification?
Yeah, the Magdalen Fort, the keystone to Plymouth's defence. That was our major fort.
amazing.
Yes,
Was that a big work?
it was the big one, the biggest one.
How big do you think it might be, Phil?
Same size as I said. It's the size of the school now,
Wow.
and it was the Blind Institute before.
It was.
Yeah.
So
and then
once again,
it was actually built on the site of the
It's
Blind
the shadow
Institute.
of the past.
Yeah.
The shadow of the past casting its image on today.
Yes.
Here we go. Let's go through
Yep.
here. That's what we can see.
If you look at the line of the Resolution Fort, where it comes over here, and then there's a trench over here. It's a feature, but
It's
I
quite
spoke
obvious,
to.
isn't it?
It is. It's not obvious. It's something, but they thought it was Victorian gardening.
Yes.
But when I came up here with Nigel Overton from the museum, And someone from the university, they were convinced, like I was, that it was part of the trench.
I noticed it some time ago, and I thought it looked very obviously something not right here.
Because these forts,
It's just down here, isn't it, Phil?
yeah, the inner forts were always protected by a ditch, because they took the earth out of the ditch and threw it up, make a wall.
So this
Easiest and cheapest way.
is the outer ditch. Of
This
the
would be the, yes, coming along over that way. Over there it is.
There,
See?
isn't it? That's
There.
right, we're that's right.
Oh, I'll follow you. You can see it. It's not. It can't be anything else.
Obvious.
Yeah.
I see it from here. So we are now on the outside of the lines now.
Outside,
But we're going to walk. Oh yes, we're outside, aren't we? Yeah.
and you can see it there.
Here we are, look.
That's what I firmly believe. One of my theories
I
again.
can see it with my eyes.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if the camera's going to pick it up.
No,
Phil.
well.
So can we stand on it, please?
Oh, we will. We will. See how it goes. Curves around.
It's a ditch, isn't
It's a
it?
shame.
Here. It's,
Yes. This dip here.
Oh, I got
it's-
it. I can see it. I can see it.
Last time I came here, there was no grass, and you could see
Yes,
a perfect
I-
curve,
yes.
and that makes sense to me
So it's this depression, isn't it?
because that's where the fort would be.
It's
Yeah.
the depression that runs from sort of over there, that tree.
Just
across
here. Just here.
here.
Rats. Sorry. I said rats.
Bit of interest there. So we're walking, would you more or less say we're walking in it here?
Here's the trench.
And of course this would be much more deep, wouldn't it?
It would be about 6 foot down, at least, because all the soil here was taken to build that fort.
And the
And now
fort,
it's
of
gone.
course, is just...
There. Resolution Fort. Because you can see it curves over towards that wall.
It's just over there, isn't it?
That's where we were earlier.
Yeah. So it
So,
came
okay.
around here
Yep.
and back on itself here.
That's right.
Ah, actually, we can see the elevation a little bit better here. Of course, all this speckling of the leaves is not helping, is it?
No, if there was no grass here, we'd be looking at the trench. You'd see the trench. So there is, and people and soldiers, you know, with trenches, they throw the rubbish over the walls.
This is the edge of the trench here, isn't it?
That's right.
It's quite
You can
obvious.
see it, yeah.
To me, it's very obvious.
It goes
yeah.
right down. And this is why I said to them, I said, I'm sure this part of the Civil War trench here, but they've never done anything with
I
it.
don't know if you
Yeah.
can see this on the film, folks, but to my eyes, it's very, very obvious. This is here.
It's quite a wide ditch as well.
And how many people walking here today know about this?
Only me, and now you.
And 7,000 other people.
Yeah.
Phil, what an amazing story again.
Yeah.
What happened on this park again. It's quite often in Plymouth we've got a peaceful area with a pretty violent past.
That's right. Yes.
Haven't we?
Yeah. True.
You know, and
You can imagine soldiers standing on that wall, urinating over the wall, because they were like that,
Yes.
soldiers, especially in the night. They couldn't be bothered.
oh, absolutely.
And chucking their rubbish over, throwing chicken bones, broken muskets, anything they didn't want, they chuck it over into the ditch.
So you have to think, don't you, Phil, what's under our feet?
Oh yes, yeah. Well, that's what soldiers do. That's what soldiers do.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
And from up here I can see the depression.
Yeah.
So if you
It
want
is
to
quite
come here
marked.
yourself, people who are watching this film, you need to come here yourself, right? And it's just inside the main entrance to the park on the left. It's about a 20-metre walk along into the park, then hard left by the wall.
Yep. And
The
you
wall
can follow.
runs along here.
Yeah, you can follow it over to Resolution Fort. Then you can
Yeah,
see where.
and you can see the other side of the wall is the fort that we saw earlier. And we'll have a final look at that fort before we say goodbye today.
If you you'd also see the remains of the monastery over there, the friary. They probably used stone from that to build the forts. That's what they did.
I guess they took stone wherever they could get.
Yeah, and that was a perfect site.
And we've got Resolution Fort just
In front there.
over
An
there.
angle back this way.
There it is, that's the top of it. The top, of course, is not original.
No,
It's been restored
it has.
in a rather unsympathetic way, but nevertheless the history is still here
Yeah.
of just what happened here.
In the 1640s.
Phil, once again, a big thank you for your astonishing history.
That's fine.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. Thank you.